Students, today we are going to continue with the lesson magnetic effects of electric current, and today we are going to discuss about electric motors in detail. Okay, so let us begin with part number 5 of the lesson magnetic effects of electric current. In the last session we had studied about force on current carrying conductor in magnetic field. Then we had also studied about Fleming's left hand rule, and then we had studied about electric motors. Some preliminary information about electric motors we had studied. Okay, so today we are going to study about it in more detailed way. Okay, so this is a diagram of electric motor. Okay, so these are the magnets. This is a coil like I had shown you. This is the axle and this is the electric circuit. Okay, I hope you remember this diagram. An electric motor, as you know, is a rotating device that converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. Electric motor is used as an important component in devices like electric fans, refrigerators, mixers, etc. An electric motor, as shown in the figure here, consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of an insulated copper wire. The coil is placed between two poles, this one north pole and this one is south pole, such that the arm AB and CD are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So magnetic field is in this direction and the coil is in this direction, so it is perpendicular. Well, the ends of the coil are connected to the two halves. Which one? P over here and Q over here. Okay, so this is coil half, this is half, and this is another half. The inner side of these halves are insulated and attached to an axle. So here there is an axle to which it is attached. The external conducting edges P and Q touch two conducting stationary brushes X and Y respectively, as shown in the figure. So here inside there are two brushes, stationary brushes X and Y. The current in the coil ABCD, so this is coil ABCD, enters from the source battery through a conducting brush X and flows back to the battery Y. So now we are studying about the working, how it works. So it enters from X and then it all the way goes through the coil and come until Y. Notice that the current in the arm AB, यहाँ पे जो current होता है वो of the coil flows from A to B. It goes from A to B. Okay, मतलब यहाँ से यहाँ तक ये जाता है current. In the arm CD, it flows from C to D. That is opposite to the direction of the current through arm AB. So in CD, it flows from C to D, A to B and C to D. So if you have observed, the direction of the current is opposite. Okay. Well, now what we have to do, you have to apply Fleming's left hand rule for the direction of the force on the current carrying conductor. So as we know, since the current direction and magnetic field direction are perpendicular to each other, the force will be mutual perpendicular to both of this, magnetic field as well as electric current. So it will be in upward direction and here it will be in downward direction. Okay. So on applying Fleming's left hand rule for the direction of force on current carrying conductor in magnetic field, we find that the force acting on AB pushes it downward. So AB will go downward and CD will be pushed upwards. Thus the coil on and the axle O mounted free to turn about an axis rotate anti-clockwise. So it rotates anti-clockwise like this. Okay, because AB force is downward direction, CD in upward direction, so it will flow in anti-clockwise sense. At half rotation, Q makes contact with the brush X and P with brush Y. Therefore, the current in the coil gets reversed and now it flows along the part DCBA. Now the current is reversed. It will flow from DCBA. Okay. A device that reverses the direction of flow of the current through the circuit is called as commutator. So this is a device that reverses the direction of flow of current. In electric motor, the split ring act as a commutator. Okay. So here the split rings, they act as a commutator. The reversal of the current also reverses the direction of the force. So now the force on AB will be in upward direction, and CD it will be downward direction. Thus the arm of the coil that has earlier pushed down is now pushed upward, and CD previously pushed up is now pushed down. Therefore the coil and the axle rotate half and turn more in the same direction. So it continues to move. Okay. The reversing of the current is repeated at each half rotation, giving rise to continuous rotation of the coil. So it will go on rotating. Now, commercial electric motors, in commercial electric motors, an electromagnet in place of permanent magnet. Okay, instead of permanent magnet there is electromagnet, and the large number of turns of the conducting wire in the current carrying coil, there are large number of turns compared to the normal the laboratory electric motors. Commercial have larger number of coils, and soft iron core on which coil is wound. Okay, so soft iron core on which coil is wound plus the coil is called as armature, not amateur, armature. This enhances the power of the motor. So this is the difference between a normal laboratory electric motor and the commercial motor. Well, the homework for you is you have to write down Fleming's left hand rule again. Okay, and then you have to, what is the principle of electric motor. Third question is, what is the role of split ring in an electric motor? And the last question is, explain the working of electric motor. So these are the 4 questions that you have to answer. So that was all for today. Thanks for attending this session. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Okay, you can put your comments in comment box. So see you in next session with new topics. Until then, take care. Bye bye.